I think the main conversation I want to base it around is, do you actually see any value at all? Let's say I gave you an NFT that was worth 10, 15 grand. Do you actually see any value in that? I know I've told you it's 10, 15 grand. Do you actually see any value in owning that picture on your laptop, your phone, anything?
As of today, right now, personally, no.
So you don't see it as like art? Because that's the big argument.
Sort of sit in between the two.
You love sitting in between the two.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just a very soft, and I feel like because if I sit on this one in particularly, I'm too close to you.
Yeah.
But then if I sit on this one, I don't know why, but I almost feel too far away. Then it's like too close to the camera.
Can I tell you a secret?
Yeah.
I also like sitting between the cushions.
Bro.
I'm doing it right now.
Dopamine. The dopamine rush.
Adrenaline
is just
going nuts.
It's actually getting very hot. Oh, bloody hell.
So we're going to be talking about I threw a few topics out there.
You've thrown a few into the hat. All right, we'll maybe not. I don't know.
Let's get the serotonin back to even levels.
All right, I got to start with the couch. All right, just hands on the knees.
What gambling? Have you done much gambling at all?
A little bit at like Crown, and like don't mind slapping a $20 in the old pokies.
Yeah.
And trying to get a return, but that's probably about as far as I've gone.
Yeah, I absolutely love roulette.
Yes, you do.
That is my favourite, but you can be out of that game so quickly.
Roulette, I've seen a lot of people. I think actually we were together one night, and one of our mates, I don't know, it must have been like $100, $200, and he threw it down. And I'm just watching, and I'm like, okay, he's got his numbers there. That's pretty good. Within like 2 spins, it was gone.
Yeah,
it's like, not for me.
So I've got a friend. I completely about this. She legitimately thought that roulette was rigged because the people who are in charge can control the ball.
Could you imagine that? The actual stitch up.
I said that is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. She's like, oh, well, don't play it because of that reason.
Because it's rigged.
Yeah.
Just like blackjack.
Yeah.
They always get 21.
Cards, yeah.
Bullshit.
Yeah. So, but roulette, I can't have fun on any of the others. When I do the pokies, I watch money go just very slowly because I won't do big bets.
Yeah.
So even if I do get a really good win, which can be exciting, just gone. Like it's just nothing.
I feel like
an extra $5.
My issue is with pokies more so than roulette and stuff like that. Roulette usually once I get up, it's like once I've made my money back, I then call it a day. I'm like, I'm done.
Well,
with the pokies though, my issue is I win and then you get the feeling of winning. It's like I can do this again.
Yeah, definitely.
You can't. Not all the time. Some can. I don't really think it's worth it. Like sometimes you just walk out and then you've got no money.
No money.
And then it's just sad.
I think
sad days. Sad times.
When I went to Queensland, I had a friend, he paid me I wanted to go home. I wanted to go to bed. I was like, I'm done. I'm like, no, stay out. And he paid me to come out. And I'm like, yeah, all right, fair enough. So, so I took the 30 and
not bad. $30 pretty good.
2 10s. And then we went to the casino and I just put it on red. Won, had 60 left. That's some control.
That's very nicely done. That's how you should do it. You got to be smart.
I am.
It's so easy to lose, like what you've put in / your winnings, because you just keep chasing that feeling, that high.
Yeah, I lied. I did red. Tried to do it again. Took off my chips, and then lost it. Then put that 30 back on red again, and then won it back. So yeah.
So you play a lot like that. I'm more pick a few favourite numbers,
You are numbers.
Yeah,
I'm either the thirds
but I also play thirds as well.
Mm.
I'm very good at playing the thirds.
I love a couple of greens. The
000.
Yeah.
Always got to chuck a chip on 000.
Yeah.
Always.
It's rude not to.
When it hits as well, you're just like, and everyone's like looking at you as well.
Yeah.
Like, this is a good feeling.
What about sports bet? That's taken over.
Sports bet is everywhere. Gambling ads in general are everywhere on normal television. It's actually ridiculous, especially when you're watching sport. Which is then funny as well because then you have other players in sport who are pushing the agenda of gambling and all that, but then every second ad is sports bet, get your bonus bet with mates.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I've got a sports bet account. I must admit, I probably only bet twice a year.
Yeah.
Or, that's a lie, probably 3 times. Melbourne Cup, and only just on the Melbourne Cup race. I don't know horses for shit.
Mm.
Got no idea. I'm clueless.
Yeah.
Grand final day.
Yep.
Which is usually first goal scorer, Norm Smith medalist. I like to do those two. And Anzac Day. Being an Essendon supporter, you always got to chuck it on.
Mm.
Sit him for the win. Who's going to win the Anzac Day medal? That's it. I just, betting, personally for me, my family, more so on my old man side,
Yeah.
have had a few gambling issues. So it's like,
Oh, really?
probably in my head, I'm a little bit worried I could potentially be like that. So it's easy to just not do it.
Yeah. I get that. I see. I have like a nan who she gambles all the time, but just on the pokies, just real small stakes pokies. And to be fair, she has nothing else to do.
Yeah, that's where it's difficult, I reckon.
Like nothing else to do.
Probably one of the ones who like sits at the
100%
the machine with like a drink.
Yeah, just a coffee.
Nuts, and then it's like,
Yep.
well, this is my machine. Puts up the, I'll be back in 10 minutes.
Yeah, touching the
stuff.
screen
Yeah,
every now and
it's
then.
just, what the fuck? What are you doing?
Yeah. But then with her specifically, I was like, I'll go out and go for a run. And then she can't go for a run. I'll go
With a
out
stroll.
go out and watch some new TV series or something. Because for me, real quick, me personally, when I get to an age where I'm really old, and you know how they all watch TV, I've
Yes.
noticed all they do is watch
Reruns.
and Bold and the Beautiful, things like
I don't know how you could watch daytime
It-
television.
fucks with my head because I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay,
There's so much good stuff out there
there
that you
is
could be
so much good
exploring,
stuff.
watching. I personally, it'd be pretty cool. I don't know if I would. It'd be kind of cool to hit that age where you're retired,
Mm.
you know, maybe living off your super, I think it is. Or
Yeah, yeah,
whatever,
super. Yep.
sort of thing. Mate, I'm buying like the newest gaming console. And I'll just try my absolute best to go.
Okay.
There'd be nothing better than shitting on a 15-year-old. It's like, who's this person? And you're just like, come on, son, what are you doing? Get wrecked. Like, it's just hilarious. Can't believe I got wrecked by grandpa.
Yeah. Okay.
Phase X grandpa.
Well, here's what I was thinking because I was the same, right? I was going, okay, when I'm that age, you can't. If I'm going to sit in front of a TV all day, there is at least going to be a console, or I'm going through all the best series of all time.
Oh, you have
and there's
to.
so many. Think of all the series that
And the movies that you could catch up on.
So many, but for some, like my nan just rewatches the tennis. Okay.
No, I like tennis, but to a certain degree, though.
Yeah. Oh, well, with tennis, there's not that much excitement constantly.
Not overly, no.
Yeah, there's a few cool moments here and there, but if she's watching like a game a day, 2 games a day,
It's a lot of hours.
that's a lot. And if she's not doing that, she's watching Bold and the Beautiful or some crime mystery show she's already seen. But what I thought, it was like, would I be like that when I'm older? Because I would love to think I'd get a new console, watch a new series. But maybe I would just be that bored and just want to sit there and do nothing.
It's probably like almost like too much effort.
Or would you even like gaming when you get that old?
Who knows? Probably not. In hindsight, probably not.
Yeah. That's what I mean.
It's a lot of power.
Because we've slowly fallen out of it.
Oh, yeah.
So,
no, most definitely.
yeah.
It's different. If you could get like the boys, if they're still kicking.
The Gramps. Yeah.
They're still kicking. Because think about it, we're in a pretty good generation in the sense of pretty switched on with technology for the most part.
Mm.
We've sort of grown up with internet, consoles, etc. Obviously, our grandparents, our parents, yeah, they had it, but nowhere near as much as us. Like, it's almost a new norm. So I feel like maybe our generation, our age and lower, when they're getting older, they could be the generation. They're in a nursing home with the Nintendo Switch playing Morokaii with the boys.
That's
and the
actually
ladies. It's like, who got the bloody blue shell? Who's done that? Jono, what are you doing? I was in first. And they have like little tournaments like per week.
Yeah.
And whoever like wins it actually gets a good meat, like a good feed, sorry. I was going to say a good meal.
That's
Like,
so
they're just
true.
like, oh, today you've got a tuna salad sandwich. And they're like, damn it. The guy who came first in Mario Kart, Big Steve-O, he's like, I'm having smashed Avo with feta cheese.
Yeah.
And they're like, damn it. They're on to him.
Yeah.
I don't know, it'd be interesting.
But you make such a good point because they're out playing bingo and shuffleboard, all these kind of like really.
Look, bingo's not bad, by the way.
On repeat?
Not on repeat. I wouldn't want to. Blue 85. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Blue 85.
Yes,
Blue 75. It was Blue 85.
Dolores, we have mentioned this multiple times. You cannot be yelling out.
Get her out of the room.
Yeah, she's gone.
Get her out. One too many warnings.
No, not the coward punch. Don't give her that.
Oh my God. Not the steel chair.
Off the top rope.
Oh, a bit off topic, but yeah.
I think you made a really good point because how many times have you gone to people who are older and tried to show them either YouTube or something with new technology and they just can't wrap their heads around it. They cannot comprehend it. My nan, again, back to my nan, we were telling her to cook. We're like, oh, you're home all the time. How about we try some new recipes? You try cooking while we're out.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And she's like,
some meals when you come home.
Yeah, and she's like,
benefits everyone.
How would I learn? And we're like, YouTube has, let's say, scrambled eggs.
Yeah, but probably doesn't even know what YouTube is. Well, like that alone would have been scaring her.
I said, she's like, oh, how do I find the right video? I'm like, there is probably over 5,000.
Watches a house in basic video. You get home, you're like, what is going on here?
5,000 different videos on how to cook scrambled eggs, and I'm just like, just search how to cook scrambled eggs, and it's too much for it. It's too much.
Yeah, and then they get like all angry.
Yeah.
And stuff. It's like, no, and you're like, I'm just trying to show you the simplest recipe.
The easiest.
It's a 1 minute video.
What do you think is going to be like when we're very old? The thing that we can't comprehend? Because I personally can't comprehend how they can't comprehend just typing into YouTube.
Oh, there's going to be some new sort of system. I got no idea. My idea, which I don't think it's going to happen, sort of stuttered a little bit there, is virtual stuff. Like, I know that we're already having the Oculus Rift and like the PlayStation, but whatever it is, but actually like living in that like virtual world where we could be sitting here like that and almost like a drug hit.
Yeah.
Instead of like, I don't know, instead of saying having a tab, it's genuinely put it on and you're just like, your body's just like this, but then your brain just network, like just like, yeah, and then you see bloody face banks with these NFTs, which is actually going to the second part of this podcast. NFTs. Yeah. Nice little segment there.
Well, I can understand when I see something on YouTube and there's all these people trying to throw out these shit coins and things like that. When I see some people saying that Web3 is the future, I believe it. I think
there's enough evidence out there to say that it is the metaverse per se.
NFTs though, I don't get it.
I'm completely lost, and that might come across as I haven't done enough research.
Have you wanted to do research?
It just doesn't strike me as something that interests me. We're surrounded by it now. I don't know if the cameras pick up. I think obviously the one over here will.
Yeah, for YouTube
we've got some pictures obviously behind us that Luke's obviously bought and stuff. Yes, this artist who has done these has obviously bulk sold them and stuff like that. But like, I would much rather, if I'm getting art, I would personally, each to their own. I have no issues if you're into NFTs. Whatever you do, whatever you want with your own money. That's okay with me. But I would much rather a physical thing, because my issue that I have with the NFT is, and I get everyone that has an NFT is like, oh, you get it all the time. But you're CryptoPunk or Bored Ape, like, I don't know, whatever it is, like I can just right click save. I've got it. Yes, I'm not the original owner. Technically, no, I don't own the photo, but like, I've got it.
Anyone,
like,
it's so true though. Like, anyone is in crypto.
Yes, I can't sell it.
Yeah.
And then my other issue with that is you're doing all this cryptocurrency stuff. You might be able to sell it but like, when does that actually get into my bank account? Like, again, I've not done a lot of research. I'm a noob per se to the whole cryptocurrency and NFT space in the world. Like, to me, it's like, this is the conversation and it's like across my head. Because I'm just completely, it's just over the top. I'm just
over the top of it,
more or less completely confused and stuff. I try to understand it, when someone like Banks, Logan Paul, Mike May, like those guys are talking about, I'm trying to understand the jargon and stuff like that. It just makes next to no sense, though.
Yeah, I think if you make it simple though, I know the answer to this. Would you rather pay $600,000 for a picture of an ape, or would you rather have that $600,000 and go on the wildest experience of traveling for 1 year of your entire life, staying in the fanciest hotels, everything?
Personally, the second option.
Yeah.
But
I like how it's just
personally,
maybe, yeah.
We've lived through, I guess you could call it the market crash.
There's been multiple market
all these coins, and I get you have to ride the wave. It's stock market.
Yeah.
So you have to constantly ride the wave. You're checking on it every single day. There's already enough stress and anxiety that we, as individuals, all deal with in our day-to-day lives.
Mm.
I don't want to think I am king shit, king dick, whatever, sitting on top of the world with my crypto punk or Bored Ape that is now worth 1.5 mil. And I'm like, guys, I'm a bloody millionaire. I've made it. This is the best thing I've ever done in my life, only to fall asleep. Because obviously when I'm asleep, I'm not checking the market. I wake up the next day to see that my Bored Ape that was 1.25 million yesterday, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to sit on that. That's bloody amazing. Is now worth $2.50.
Yeah, well...
Dude, I'm sorry, but like, that is way too much of a risk and a fear.
Yeah.
It's not for me.
Yeah, well, it's not for me.
It's not for me.
It's not for
I'm not saying that I've made smart purchases. Yeah. I've done dumb things with money, but like...
Yeah, everyone has. I think more, if we really go into it, it's just... I still will never understand the idea of the picture being worth money. I can understand crypto and, crypto being used in the future, whatever coin that may be. And I know that there's coins that people deliberately use to make a lot of money and then they fuck it right off.
Yeah, that's been seen multiple times.
But let's say Bitcoin was the main coin, which basically
it basically is, yeah.
Then I can see that coin being used 60 years down the line for purchasing and being the new type of currency.
Yeah, more or less.
Because everything is going to be going online with the virtual world, as you said, as well.
Well, you're already seeing it with like I suppose, cardless banking. You see so many people tap with their phone now.
Yeah.
They have a virtual bank card.
Yeah. See, but I cannot at all see the value in a picture online. I just can't.
I don't get it, but I also don't really understand the whole market and floor either.
Yeah.
Like, you will see certain NFTs or whatever, and it's 0.03 ETH, and in my head I'm like, that sounds pretty cheap. But even that cycle alone is like $50.
Yeah.
And again, it depends on your financial situation. $50 could be really cheap to you. $50 could also be quite a bit of money. So it's just like, I don't know. I know you yourself, dipped into some cryptocurrency because I remember that you were telling me, and at first it seemed like it was going okay-ish.
Yeah.
And then I remember a couple of weeks later, I'm like, hey man, how's it going? And you're like, yeah, no, I'm done with that.
Yeah. Oh, I'll put $60 in, and next thing I knew it was $20 after maybe a month. And I was just, because I was dipping my toe in it, and I was starting to think, maybe I'll put in more money into crypto. Because I was seeing, you see some friends and that they can make big money off it, right? But so many people lose a huge amount. And it can be with anything. It's the same, similar as stocks. I can fully get people finding something very popular and then out of the blue it not being that great.
I think crypto and these NFTs, stocks in general, is very feasible if you have the time to do it. But for example, and I'm not saying that if you work a full-time job like yourself, like me, that we can't do it, but I feel it's something that you constantly need to be checking on.
Oh, definitely. No, 100%.
And if you're not on it every 5, 10, I don't know, because I don't do it. So this is me completely guessing here, out of the blue and all that. But like, there's no way that I could ever keep up with. I feel like I'd be constantly getting screwed over.
Yeah.
Because I'd be missing the right time to sell or the right time to pay. Because I can't be on my phone, on the app, opening it.
Yeah.
Or, phone, computer, laptop, iPad, all at the same time. Like, it's just a lot of time and devotion.
Well, it's basically the same as stocks. So that wouldn't be the life for us, but I can definitely get how some people
can make it a business.
Business and really be smart about it. And a lot of people have lost. So many people had no idea what they're doing. For example, I had no idea what I was doing. That's why I'm putting $60.
But I think that's the best way to do it, though. Like, you were happy to, and that's probably another thing as well for those who are getting into the space and all that. And again, it's coming from a complete novice. Put in what you're happy to lose, and it's the same with gambling as well.
Yeah.
If you yourself know, oh geez, probably shouldn't have thrown up. Why'd you doing? Just put in 50, put in 20, and play around with it, experience it. I think you're wrong to not try, but know your limits and stay within that limit. Don't push it. If it's going better, maybe be like, I'm happy to throw another $5 in.
Yeah, definitely be happy with what you. The best way people do it is, let's say we put in $50 and we make another 50. Take that 50 out, let the other 50.
Yeah, because then you're still technically got your original 50.
Yeah, and so
to play with.
We can both agree that that's not the life for us. That's not how we like to make money.
Not a chance.
What I think the main conversation I want to base it around is, do you actually see any value at all? Let's say I gave you an NFT that was worth 10, 15 grand. Do you actually see any value in that? I know I've told you it's 10, 15 grand. Do you actually see any value in owning that picture on your laptop, your phone, anything?
As of today, right now, personally, no.
So you don't see it as like art? Because that's the big argument.
I get and can appreciate that it is art, but to me, personally, and this could come across as quite naive, I just look at it as just another image.
Well, I personally think that people can say it's art all they want. I think it's more a popularity
It's like
based.
the in thing.
There is so many people who think that there's art out there. A lot of the older generation who will go into a museum and they'll see the art and think it's absolutely incredible. When it comes to just a picture on a computer screen, keep in mind whether it be like a Bored Ape, they're very basic. I haven't seen any NFTs that
you've been blown away.
Like this is incredible
I want to own
art.
that.
Yeah, never.
I suppose, and that's the thing as well. Like, Pokemon cards are art, but I would personally rather own a Pokemon card than an NFT.
Yep.
Personally, because at least the Pokemon, I don't know, the Pokemon card's there in front of me.
Yeah.
I can hold it. I can show it to my mates. I know that I own it because I physically have it in my hand.
Yeah. No, like Logan Paul, he has one of the rarest Pokemon cards.
He does, and now he's selling it on this liquid market. And that's another thing that makes
for half.
Yeah, but I don't get that because at the end of the day, he himself still has the card.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Like, yes,
that's
people are putting the money into it so they can own. But if he sells it, does he have to then evenly distribute this? Like,
yeah. So
I'm a bit
So with that,
again, I haven't done enough research.
No, that's fine. It's with that. From what I can see, is he owns the card, and then it's on this liquid marketplace, and then as the card goes up in value, if you've bought a percentage of that card, when you have a say in what happens to that card, and then when he eventually wants to sell it, maybe in like 5-10 years, or it gets voted to sell, whatever the profit is, you then make. So if but what I think is that's more of a money-making strategy. That's not actually appreciating the art. Surely not. You're jumping in to eventually sell.
Yeah,
you don't
correct.
have. If you told me, oh man, I've got this awesome Pokemon card, and I'm like, oh, show me, and you go, no, it's Logan Paul owns it, but I own 5%.
Yeah.
Let me show you it on my laptop. I would be like,
hey Logan,
bother.
if you don't mind, can you just send me another photo of the car that we all own? The interesting thing as well, with touching just on that subject real quick, I was listening to the new Impulsive. The two guests that he had on after Mike's sister, they were saying, because they were asking Logan, are you capping it at a certain point?
Yep.
Or can people just put in however much money they want?
Yeah.
And Logan was like, no, they can just put in however much they want. Whereas the other guy on the podcast, I can't even think of his name now, which I apologise, I'm going mental blank, but he was like, oh, we just cap it at like, the max you can do is like 1K or like 100K. So that way it's even across the board.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. Because that's so true. Because I could easily, for example, for the Logan Paul's card, I could be like, you know what? I've got, say, 5K in the bank. I'm going to put 5K on the card.
Yeah.
Then there's going to be another guy who's like, oh, well, I'm just going to put 1.1 mil.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, like...
I don't know. I don't see value at all. But I completely get the making money and profiting from it. I can get that side completely, but I don't get how it actually has value. The ones that do make a little bit more sense, speaking of Logan Paul, is with his Project 99 Originals.
Agreed.
You get something with the NFT. So I've seen that being integrated, and a lot of NFTs have, let's say it's a basketball. You buy a basketball card, and from buying that NFT card, you get a ticket to the game. Or
See, like that stuff. I know that's what they're sort of trying to push.
I can get that a bit.
Even like music events, how it's like you get like an exclusive ticket to a concert. And I was like, okay, like that's cool. Like it's tangible, but like
I'd rather just buy the ticket to the.
That's my other issue.
Yeah, you know what I think is one that me and you could relate to heaps. Let's say there's an NFT comic book. I would 100,000% rather have the physical copy of the.
Most definitely.
Yeah. So
it just makes sense to me, like personally.
Yeah, it does.
But
that's it, mate. So that was a good one. That was just going on gambling, NFTs. I know we don't know much about it, but I think a lot of people don't understand it. And to be fair, it makes sense why they don't understand it.
Just real quick as well, I don't know how much longer we could talk, but I'll try not to go for too much longer. What about the gambling streams? Because they seem to be quite the big thing at the moment as well now.
Well, I've heard that with those streams,
I know a lot of it's sponsorship.
Yeah, well, let's say I go on stream, they sponsor me to play the game. I play the game, I send it out, everyone's watching me on stream. If I win, because you see all these massive wins. If those massive wins, let's say it's $5 million, which some of them are, you're getting $2 million.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you're not getting that full fight. None of them ever get that full amount.
The full amount.
And then the way the sponsorship works is, this is how I heard one of them worked, is he would get a percentage of the losses from anyone who came from his stream and gambled on that side. So let's say you watch my stream, and then you've gone on and been like, oh, I actually want to play that game. You put $100 in, you lost $100. I'll get a small percentage of that $100. So that's how that works. It's probably different for a lot of them. They probably have a lot of different deals going on, but that one is weird.
Very taboo, sort of.
It is very taboo. Yeah,
a bit risque.
Isn't it? Because so many people just can lose so much money.
Most definitely. Because I know, like the gambling streams themselves, it's illegal to do in Australia. So like they bypass it, because there's a few that I've seen on Facebook, and there's even like a Facebook group that's all about it and stuff. And granted, some of the wins are like really cool, but at the same time, I'm like,
how long have you been playing?
Well, how long have you been playing? What's your actual job? Because some of them are quite happy to lose a large sum of money, and I'm like,
well, surely they're happy to lose that amount, because me personally, if I'm 200 grand in the red, I will be in tears. But I think they have maybe a certain limit with gambling on that site. Because again, if I had a gambling site and I paid you, I go, Lee, I'd love to watch you and just you really show everyone how fun this game is. I would not want you to lose at all.
Yeah, you wouldn't. You'd almost like somewhat rig.
Yeah.
Or
I'll give you
get some extra features.
Yeah.
You get some free spins.
I'd give you $100,000 credit towards that game. So it's not really
it's even like Drake. I'm pretty sure on his Instagram.
Drake did roulette.
Yeah,
on,
like
online
6
roulette.
mil, 5 mil, 15 mil, something ridiculous.
He won some ridiculous number. But then I saw the comments and it was like he lost 7 mil before that.
So really,
he
only actually won 7 mil. I think that's the biggest problem as well. Just to probably finish off the podcast with gambling and stuff, it's each their own. Again, can't stress that enough. But my biggest issue is, how many times will the gambler tell you how much they've won, but you'll never ever hear about their losses?
Never,
ever. So
that's spot on, man. All right, we're coming up on the time.
I was going to say, I can feel a sneeze coming on. I can feel it. I can feel a sneeze.
There you go.
Cheers. I was like, I thought you were going to end that quick enough, but clearly not.
I can't wait to watch that back on that camera. Good job.